Big thanks to Kamada Joe for sponsoring this episode.
These ribs have been marinated for 100 hours in a magical sauce. And when I say magical, I do mean magical. My favorite sauce. And the guys that watch this channel for a long time already know what I'm talking about. Because I'm talking about sweet soy sauce. Sweet soy sauce is a beautifully fermented sauce, at least if you get the right one. It's originated from Indonesia and they have a beautiful fermenting process. It's a bit like a Worcestershire sauce or a Worcester sauce. It has so many layers of that it's mind-blowing good. And if you add a drop of this sauce to a barbecue sauce, it instantly becomes better. So we use this on many occasions. However, I've never marinated ribs for a longer period of time. I've always done 2 to 4 hours because that's how much it needs. But I thought, what if I marinate these ribs for 100 hours? So a couple of days ago, I went to my local butcher and I picked up these beautiful ribs. They're absolutely gorgeous. Dark red color from pigs that have actually been moving. Not too much fat, but a lot of meat. I took the membrane off the back of these ribs. Now, if you're grilling ribs, you want to leave that on, but in this case, I'm gonna go low and slow. This is ABC. It is known as one of the best ketchup mayonnaise sauces known to mankind. And I'm gonna drizzle it all over these beautiful ribs, brushing it in real good so I'm getting it everywhere. And I'm making sure that if I do a long marinade that I don't add too much, just enough to add a good amount of flavor without adding too much sauce. Man, I wish you could smell these ribs already. They smell so good. Can you imagine them already being cooked? Now I'm gonna vacuum seal these ribs and put them in my fridge for 100 hours. And here we are, 100 hours later, and this is the end result. They've been sitting in the fridge for so long that all of the sugars and the salt have been doing their job on the meat. You can actually see that there's a little bit of fluid at the bottom of the bag, which means we've had the osmosis effect, where salt and sugars draw into the cells of the meat. So you have so much mixture of the sauce and the ribs. That can only mean we're gonna be eating some good ribs. Look at this beauty. Wow. Oh, these ribs look good. No spot left untouched, looking absolutely beautiful. Nice thick marinade on top of them. I like the way these ribs look. I can't wait to get them on the grill. So I'm getting all my ribs out of the package and I'm gonna do a last minute inspection. I just wanna get rid of this little floppy bit and now they're perfect for the grill. I'm gonna be using the Kettle Joe in combination with the slow roller. This is gonna be perfect for our ribs because I got a large grilling surface and I got a nice smoke movement. So that's gonna make for delicious ribs. Let's put in some Kamada Joe big block charcoal, put in a couple of fire starters and light them up. When the charcoal's lit, I want to add a chunk of beech tree and then I'm going to adjust the bottom and top vent so I get it to smoke at a temperature of around 120 degrees Celsius. Once I got my KJ set up, I'm going to fill it up with these beautiful ribs. I want to make sure I got a little space in between all of the ribs so we got good airflow. Now it's time to close the lid and let this cook. I'm just going to do a straight cook, no wrapping, nothing, just smoke. In the meantime, I'm going to make a sauce. Starting off with 5 tablespoons of peanut oil. In that I'm going to fry a tablespoon of ground black pepper and a tablespoon of chili flakes. Wait for it to start frying, then just add a tiny bit of fermented shrimp paste, otherwise known as trassi. Add half a diced white onion, thumbnail size of fine chopped ginger and 2 fine chopped garlic cloves. Fry that until most of the moisture is gone. Then add the juice of a lemon, 200 milliliters of sweet soy sauce, otherwise known as ketchup mayonnaise. Yes, the same stuff that we used on our ribs. Then add 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. Let that come to a boil and the sauce is done. Let that pass through a sieve and then you end up with a clear sauce that is perfect for these ribs. And once my ribs hit a temperature of around 80 degrees Celsius and only have 10 more degrees to go, I like to hit them with that sauce. Just brush it on and repeat that process every 20 minutes or so until you hit a core temperature of around 92 degrees Celsius. These ribs look absolutely amazing. Beautiful smoke color, beautiful dark brown ketchup mayonnaise color. These things are absolutely ready to take off the grill. So here we go, without further ado, the ribs are going off. Of course, the biggest part of this experiment is the marinating part. So figuring out if with 100 hours we got all that flavor from the ketchup mayonnaise inside these ribs. And if so, what does it look like? So let's slice into it. Oh, nice and juicy. We got a little bit of smoke ring going on, and we got some good color. These ribs are full of the bone tender. I can just pull the bones right off the back and still have the meat on the top side. Now that's how I like my ribs. Let's give these a try.
Those are some really nice ribs. Almost like a smoked sausage, like you know when the smoked sausage is smoked and it almost is about to pop. Something like that. I love the skin.
These ribs turn out absolutely delicious. They're nice, juicy, sticky on the outside, but I kind of cheated because I put the sauce on top of it. But what if we take a rack of ribs that we didn't put the sauce on, and then would the ketchup mayonnaise change everything? Or would it just be a rack of ribs? It's nice, but it's not that big of a difference as I expected it to be.
I agree with Roel. I agree with the Pitmaster. What's going on here? The skin has totally ketchup mayonnaise flavor. It's there. But I don't know, man.
I'm kind of missing something. I'm missing a bit of seasoning. I would love to have some salt on this. Yeah, let's give that a try. Wow, it's like somebody opened the curtain. Now I'm getting all the flavor.
Of course, all the flavor is already there, but you just open the door, you kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. That's biggie. No 4-4?
So, basically, these ribs are amazing.
Yeah.
But they gotta have either the sauce or salt.
I'm doing both now, but yeah.
But honestly, I kind of like them better with the salt and ketchup mayonnaise. So if I would do this experiment again, it would be 100 hours marinated, 25% salt, 75% ketchup mayonnaise.
They're gonna taste the perfect recipe before us.
There's nobody who goes in front of us and says, hey, don't worry, man, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna do it for you.
We have the toughest job in the world.
Tell that to your mom.
Yeah, it's tough.
In the meantime, you can click here and you can see what's going on in this video. It's gonna be crazy. Big thanks to the YouTube members and the Patreons. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then,
Eet smakelijk.
and keep on grilling.